guys, it's Julia and welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, I'm going to be doing a video talking about, it's kind of a different video. It's a really fun type of video. Don't take it too seriously. It's just some books that I own several copies of that I've obviously read them if I own several copies of them. So there's some of my favorites. There's some books that I love to collect. And I just want to show you guys the different copies I have and the different editions and just talk to you guys about that. So it's going to be pretty fast paced and just a lighthearted video. So I hope you guys enjoy and let's jump right into it. First up here, I have You by Caroline Kepnes, which is one of my favorite thrillers ever. It's about a stalker and it's super creepy and eerie and it's super great. What happened was I bought the paperback first at Costco for a really good price and then I saw the hardcover on sale, so I decided to get that as well. So I have both. Next thing I have here is a classic, and that is Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. I own the Penguin English Library edition, which I actually read from and tabbed, and then I own this watercolor edition. And it is super beautiful. I got it at Book Outlet, so it's just stunning. It's a work of art. I love it. So follow Pip, who is an orphan, and his conflict with an escaped prisoner, as well as a girl he meets and all the issues he has to go through. So this book was just super interesting, so definitely suggest it if you're into classics. Next up here, I have another one of my favorite thrillers, and that is Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. Behind this one is that I again bought the movie tie-in edition from Costco for a cheap price, and then I decided to buy the whole Gillian Flynn box set, which came with another copy of Dark Places that matches the other editions, which I'm super happy to have this because this is my favorite Gillian Flynn novel and it's personally just fantastic. I love it so much. I would highly recommend it. And next up here I have The Shining by Stephen King. It's a horror novel about the Overlook Hotel and the stuff that goes down there with Jack, Wendy, and Danny Torrance that are staying there over the winter, and all the shit that drops and all the supernatural things that happen, and it's super interesting and one of my favorite books ever. And I personally read this copy. I read this copy originally in 7th grade. I'm in grade 10 now, so it's been quite a while, but this is the copy that I read. It's this beaten down paperback that the spine is a little beat up, but it's a well-loved book, so I'm not really mad at it. But I went to Book Outlet and I saw the larger paperback for a really good price, so I decided to pick that up as well. Next one is a little ridiculous, but I own 3 copies of Peter Pan. So basically I ended up reading Peter Pan, the children's classic, on I think it was Overdrive, so I got it online, and then I decided this edition is absolutely beautiful. It's I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it has beautiful illustrations. It has like pop art and like other really cool and really weird things that are in it. It's a pretty expensive book, but I did get it on sale and it's just absolutely stunning, so I always have it displayed on my shelves. But then I also went to Book Outlet where they had these super cheap copies of these 2 little ones, and yeah, they're so cute. I love them. The next book I have here is War by Sarah J. Maas, and the reason why I have 2 copies of this book is because I went to the Sarah J. Maas event for War, and I originally tabbed and bought this copy and I read it and everything, but to get a wristband to go to get in line and everything, you had to buy a copy of War, so I ended up with 2 copies. So it just reminded me of the book event, that's why I'm keeping both, but it was just a lot of fun, so I'm glad I have both to remember, and then I keep one displayed on my shelf and then one, you know, on the side, you know. And I also have 2 copies of City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, the first book in the Mortal Instruments series. I originally bought the standard City of Bones, the whole series paperbacks, like these original paperbacks, and I loved them when I read them, and I still adore them. And I went to the thrift store and I saw this hardcover edition, and I wanted another hardcover to go with my Shadowhunter shelf, so I ended up purchasing this actually, yeah, it is the movie tie-in edition of the City of Bones cover. So these are beautiful. Yes, I only have something that's quite ridiculous. So you guys know I love Mr. Mercedes with all my heart, but I do own the whole trilogy in hardcover, but I only own the first book in paperback. But then I also own this special exclusive box set of the trilogy. So I own 3 copies of Mr. Mercedes, 2 copies of Finders Keepers, and 2 copies of End of Watch, because I have this box set that has the 3 of them and it has the smiley face on the corner. But this was gifted to me and I was just super happy to have it because it's one of my favorite trilogies ever. So I think this is absolutely beautiful and I love having it on my shelf. So here we're going to be talking about the one and the only Edgar Allan Poe, which I have 3 copies of. I have this Barnes & Noble, The Complete Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe, this huge bind up that I love a lot, that I read out of all the time. I also have this small little cheap The Complete Poetry that I read on the go and that I like wrote my ratings in and like whatever. It was just a cute little thing to have on the go. And then my friend Lena gifted me this edition of The Raven and Other Tales and Poems from Edgar Allan Poe, and this is beautiful and it has a quote on the back and the pages are black, so I just love this copy so much. So thank you to my friend Lena. I'll have her blog linked down below. But yes, and saving the best for last, I have, did you guys guess it? 3 copies of The Virgin Suicides. 3 copies of The Virgin Suicides, that's right, that's right. So I have the original copy that I read, which this is the Vintage Anchor Emblem Canada editions, which I always get asked what edition this is, and yeah, that's the edition. So they sell them in Canada. You can get them from Book Outlet, I believe, so that's an option if you really want these editions. But this is my copy that I read 5 times. It's the tabbed, it's the highlighted and annotated copy, it's the defaced copy. I did a whole video about me defacing it, so I'll link it down below, but basically it's, yeah, I don't know if that's cringy for you, but yeah. So I love that. And then I bought this edition. I saw this edition at my local bookstore, well, sort of local, and they never had this edition before, so I really wanted to get this copy of it because I love it so much, so I wanted another like nice clean copy. And then I ordered this edition off of Book Depository, which is a Picador Modern Classics thingy, and it's very tiny and it's really cute. It's like a little Bible, so I kind of joked that I'm gonna carry it around with me like a little Bible. If I ever travel, I would bring this with me like to go in my purse because it's handy and it's my favorite book. So yeah, so those are all the books that I own multiple copies of. I know this video is not me trying to brag or to push anything on you guys. I'm super grateful for the books that I have, and I'm super grateful to be able to read as much as I do. So I would just like to put that out there that I am super grateful, and I do understand that not everyone can own this many copies of a certain book. And I'm not trying to brag at all. I just wanted to come on here and just share a little fun video, and I've wanted to make this video for a while now. So yeah, that is my video. Let me know your thoughts down below, and maybe some books that you own multiple copies of, or if you don't own multiple copies of, or like let me know if you own multiple copies of books and which books you own multiple copies of. But yeah, I'll see you guys super soon in the new video. Bye.